had to do to keep the fire alive. Really come in quite a bad squall there, and it's just went off as quick as it came in. But that fire's still going really good. This couple of logs on top here for cover, but there's a good heart in my fire established, so it's staying on really good. And there's the rain picking back up again. You can tell by this wind, it's just coming in waves. Here we are, literally 2 minutes later, and there's the sun out, the wind's died down. Hardly any movement in the trees now, and the wind's just been coming through here, up and down, and trying to attempt to blow my fire out. Got my coffee on at the moment, but there is a good heart in the fire, as you can see here, and these logs are just giving it a bit of cover from the rain. I've got another couple of logs I just put on once I take my coffee off, just to cover it up until these squalls, the rain, bypass us. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video clip today, I'm just going to discuss some of the knives I've used over the years and kind of the evolution that I've went through till I've got to my present day knife, this one here, and it's the Tanto by Origin Knives. But how I originally started off, up here at the top. So the first one here, we have a custom made knife, and it's made of 01 tool steel. This was a good survival knife for me, and it done all the large camp tasks like your battening, delimbing branches, and basically making my shelters. I used it for that. Very good, extremely tough this knife, extremely well heat treated, and it's years old now. It's one of the first ones that my mate Andy made, and it's still here today, and I think that's proof of the pudding how good a job he done, and we're still using it. So the next one then is a bit more expensive, and this is the Boost SAR 8, and I've said in my videos in the past that this knife here is my Hall of Fame knife. Another survival knife, exceptionally good, the steel, this is the Infi steel, really comfortable knife, a bit of Jackie All Trades this one at the survival game. It's slightly lighter than the top one here. I've really liked this knife for the survival stuff, and while I was serving, it was a blade. This was about the largest I could actually carry, and it done really well for that as well, as a general purpose survival knife. So coming down then to the next one here, we have the Swamp Rat Tallywhacker, and this is more a fighting knife. As you can see, it's got the Tanto blade, much lighter, heavier in the handle, and it's got the neoprene type handle, and it's very comfortable, this knife. Really good as a fighting knife. Penetration power in this is exceptional, and this one's made of SR 101. Quite difficult to get an edge back on it once you lost it, but there you go, just get it back to the camp and get it to the stones, and a bit of time and you'll bring it back, no bother. But it does hold an edge for a considerable bit of time. The next one then is another Boost, and this is the Boost Desert Storm, Infi steel again, a general purpose soldier's knife this one, and my friend Andy carried this one for many years, and it's had a lot of use, and this is a knife that's actually quite surprising how good it is. I don't know, when I initially seen it I didn't really like it, the shape of the handle, and I just thought it was a bit light for my uses, but it has really done exceptionally well out in the woods, and I definitely can recommend this knife. And the Infi steel's phenomenal at holding on an edge, and very easy to get a edge back on it when you lose it. The next one then is our Bat River, and this is the Bravo 2, a general purpose knife. This is really common amongst the bushcraft guys and the survival guys. Really good knife this. I think all you have to do is actually go online and look at this and how well it does. I mean, there's a phenomenal amount of stories on this knife. Another good one for soldiers. It's basically what I would think for a soldier would be the equivalent to a K-bar, but upgraded. So it's made of A2 steel. It holds an edge really good, and it's very easy to get an edge back on it. And the next knife we have here is the Scrapyard Trash one, and this is made of SR101. This is a very good survival knife, and I kind of put this along the same kind of bracket as the Becca BK2, but just an upgraded version of it with much better steels, a much better handle on it, much more comfortable. The only thing I would really change on this knife would be I would like an exposed tang and a 90-degree spine on it for scraping. It has this black traction coating on it, which does bind up a bit, but a bit of spray and a wee slight bit of sandpaper to it. It actually works really good, and it does hold the edge exceptionally well, this knife. But then again, with the SR101, it does take a fair bit of sharpening to get it back. It's not as easy as your O1 tool steel to put an edge back on a knife, but will hold it much longer, the edge. And that brings us here to where I'm at the present moment. As my skill sets went up, my capabilities with my knives has improved over the years, so I found that I actually don't need a knife that's quite as big. This is a Tanto style blade with a swedge on it, with a convex edge, and it's made of O1 tool steel. It's actually really quite heavy, and that most of the weight is sitting in the handle, so it makes the blade feel light and manoeuvrable in the hand. I would say when it comes to weight wise, it's basically the only thing heavier in it would be this knife up here, the custom made one. But as Tantos go, this is actually the best Tanto I've had so far. I think it's the convex edge. It's phenomenal at doing the banting, it just parts the wood very quick. The handle's extremely comfortable with this faceting that it's got on it, and the rocky pattern and the slabs really assists in your gripping capabilities. So these are just a few of the knives that I've used over the years, and I'm gradually, as you can see, getting smaller and smaller, and I would say that's down to me and my capabilities with the knives getting better by age.